Workout 2 exercise demos should be a little bit easier. These are more basic exercises. On your warm-ups, you have alternating forward lunges. Step forward, down, back together, and you're alternating. So you're going right and left, whereas typically we're like left, 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 right, right, right. Remember, this is a warm-up. It's body weight only, and you're alternating. Then we have alternating lateral lunges to the right, back to the center, to the left, back to the center, okay? Make sure that you go slow. You're warming up those inner thighs. You're warming up your core and your glutes. And kneeling push-ups. Now, those kneeling push-ups are warming up your chest, upper back, your shoulders. We've got some bicep curls and tricep exercise coming. So these are going to help get you ready for that. All right, moving into our main part of our workout, we have hip thrusts or tabletops. I like to combine hip thrusts and tabletops. For me, it just feels better on my upper back to do tabletops instead of doing hip thrusts. I know that there's a mechanism that I could get that, you know, it's like a seat that reclines with your back as you move your hips up and down, but I don't have that fancy equipment yet. Okay, so a tabletop, with the tabletop, you can do it from the floor and you're bringing your butt down and then you're bringing your hips in alignment with your shoulders and your knees and you're squeezing your butt up at the top. You're pretending like you have a rope tied around your hips and somebody is lifting you towards the ceiling. And then butt back down. You want to rest as little as possible down here, okay? Rest as little as possible. So right when you get 98%, back up and squeeze, down. Back up, squeeze, down. Back up and squeeze. Okay, same thing for the hip thrust. And actually, I wanted to make a note. I like to have my hands elevated for whatever reason that feels better for me. It's just like a better position. So I like to use a step for the hip thrusts. All right. You can hold weight in your lap. If you have a bar, you can use that. We also like to use these booty bands where you can put a dumbbell in either side of these, and that helps you to progress over time. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Then we have curtsy lunges. Now, on the curtsy lunge, I don't want you to be adding weight before you feel comfortable doing the full range of motion with body weight, okay? So, in the curtsy lunge, you want to be bringing that back leg far enough back, okay, where the knee is behind that front leg, and your front leg is nearly in a 90-degree angle, okay? And your back leg is just either touching the floor barely or almost touching the floor. Back up, come out to the side. If you want to take this exercise up, you could put an ankle weight on and do a lateral lift out to the side. Now, for my beginners, you may not be at curtsy lunge status yet, and you can practice just doing a standing lateral leg lift like this, okay? And to level up from there, put ankle weights on. But if you're ready to try the full range of motion on the curtsy lunge, you want to bring that leg far back, that back leg far back, knee behind that front heel. Your right knee or your front leg is in almost a 90-degree angle, and then you're stepping back forward, okay? So try that. If you're not in that full range of motion yet, do not add weight. Practice getting the full range of motion first. So if you need to do 3 sets for a full month or 2 or 3 months until you add weight, practice getting that full range of motion, okay? All right. Then we have hammer bicep curls, very similar to a regular bicep curl. Regular bicep curls, your palms are facing out to start, and then they're facing your shoulders on the way up. We're just turning the wrists slightly, and we're bringing the dumbbells up to the shoulders and down. Okay, that is a hammer curl. And then we're going into single arm overhead tricep extensions. I know it's a mouthful, so it's also very long to write. So you see my shorthand in the actual exercise. So go light on these first because your shoulder joint is very mobile. Okay, you want to make sure that you start light and know what your shoulder is capable of before you go heavier. So you're going to bring your weight here to start, press it up. Okay, your elbow is close to your face, and you're going to bend, keeping that arm really close to your head, and then extend the arm back up. This is working the tricep right here. Okay, once you do 8 to 12 reps of these, and it feels light, it feels easy, then go up in weight, okay? But it's much easier for you to go up in weight here than to start too heavy, and it pulls your shoulder back into a position that you do not want it to be in, okay? Let's prevent injury, start light, but this is another really great way to work the triceps differently from the tricep extension or from the tricep dips, okay? Single arm overhead extension. This is another really good exercise for like shoulder physical therapy, all right? And even if you don't have a shoulder injury, it's just a really good way to work the muscles of the shoulder. Then we have suitcase squats. Everybody should be familiar with those. Then we have monk squats. Now with monk squats, this is your finisher. So you're going to do 2 sets of 1 minute, as many reps as you can. You want to rest as little as possible. I would say like 30 seconds to a minute max in between your sets here. Monk squats, you're going to come down, touching the floor, and then come all the way up, reaching for the sky. If you can, come all the way up onto your toes. For me, I have a calf issue, and that really bothers my calves. So I'm still getting the benefit of the workout by coming all the way up, reaching up as tall as I can, up towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button in. Just feel your whole body stretching towards the sky. Okay, you want to engage all of those muscles. Okay, so it's things like that you don't really think about when you're going fast. So it's not as much about the reps as it is about keeping your mind in alignment with your body while you're doing as many reps as you can, focusing on your form, okay? So that is all of the exercises for workout 2. If you have any questions, let me know.